Hello everyone, in this video we are going to make Google and GitHub authentication for our Laravel application. You can use this in your ongoing projects. So in my case I am going to add an Google and GitHub authentication into a project, and we can simply log in with our Google or GitHub accounts. If you want to know how to add Facebook and Twitter login functionalities into this, please let me know in the comments and I will do it as a second part of this video. In this first part we are covering the Google and GitHub methods.
This is my basic Laravel installation. It's in Laravel 8 version. So I'm going to create a new account here. Admin. So this is the dashboard. Okay, so we don't have the social login feature implemented here, so I'm going to add the social login features into this. So for that I am using the Laravel Socialite package. So I'm going to add the package into my application. We have a very beautiful and useful documentation here. So as per the documentation, we can add Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google, GitHub, GitLab or Bitbucket authentications into our application. So we can able to add multiple Auauth to our applications. Yeah. So in this video we are going to add Google and GitHub authentications. So for that we have to add this code into our config/service.php. So first we are going to add the GitHub authentication feature. So we are going to adding this config file. This is the config/service.php file. So we are adding the GitHub config here. So we have to add the GitHub client ID and GitHub client secret here. And here we have to add our callback URL. So go to route, and here you can see the function to get access and get callback. Okay, so here it's showing inside the route, so I'm going to write in a separate function because we have to do more stuff using this. For simplicity, I'm copying and pasting two routes here. So I'm going to make a new controller for authentication like auth controllers, PHP artisan make controller auth controller. Okay, the controller has been created successfully, so we have to add that here, auth controller. Okay, change this and GitHub redirect. We don't need this name or names. Okay, GitHub redirect and GitHub callback. So auth GitHub so we have both our routes, so we have to create the functions. Go to auth controller which we created earlier. So we have to create the GitHub redirect function and the GitHub callback function. So both are ready. So here in GitHub redirect, we can just copy and paste this code. Okay, that's all. And here inside the GitHub callback, we can copy and paste this code. So we are going to td user here, so we can get the data which we are receiving from GitHub. And one more thing, we have to copy this URL and paste over here. Okay, now we have to go to GitHub and go to settings. Here the developer settings and Auth app, and create a new app, social login, homepage URL. This is our homepage URL and callback URL. In our case, this is our callback URL. Yes. Okay, fine. Click register application and generate new client secret and enter your password. Okay, this is our client ID. Copy that and paste it here, and copy the client secret and paste here. Okay, that's all. Now we can test this manually by going the auth GitHub redirect. So the domain name /auth GitHub redirect. I'm sorry, I forgot to add the class to our controller. We have to add this class to our controller, auth controller. So let's try again. Okay, we got it, and we can authorize, and it's redirecting, and we got our email, name and avatar. Okay, that's cool.
Guys, I just want to let you know about a giveaway which we are currently having on this channel. I am giving away 3 Amazon gift coupons worth $100 and $50 and $25 for 3 giveaway winners, and the giveaway result will be published on 5th April 2022. And if you are watching this video before that, you can participate on the giveaway and by simply subscribe to this channel and comment why you are subscribed. Okay, and we are selecting the winners from the comments.
Now we have to create a new database field for authentication type. So creating that PHP artisan make migration, add auth type, to usage. Here in our database migration, we can see I am always trying to copy and paste my codes to save my time. So here auth type, and so we have to add a default value, that's email, So email. So we added the auth type, and we added the function for reverse migration. So now we have to run the PHP artisan migrate to migrate this. Okay, fine. Let me check. Yes, auth type and default value is email. Okay, fine. And now we have the user data inside this variable. So we are going to create a new user with these details. So first we have to add our model here, the app model user, and now we are going to create a new user here. So I'm changing this to user data, so adding the email and password and auth type. Okay, here in the name field I added the user data name, and here email, user data email. So it will push the data from GitHub to these fields. So here the password, we don't need to add anything, because here in the password we are going to add a unique ID as hash. So I'm going to create the UUID on top of this. Okay, this is our UUID, and I added the UUID and .now. So for getting the str support, I am adding the class on the top. Now save this data, and we are going to log in as this user and redirect to dashboard. To support auth, we have to add the auth class, support facade auth, and to support the hash class we have to add the hash class. And yeah, that's all. So let me try to run the code again. What was that? Auth GitHub redirect, right? So here you can see the new user created. The current one is admin. So when I refresh, you can see the new user created, and the auth type is GitHub. So if I try to log in again with auth GitHub redirect, I may get an error. So because it's a duplicate entry, because we already have the login here. So for solving that, we have to check the user is created. If the user is created, just login. So for that, I am running a check here. In user model, we can check the email matching the email from GitHub, and auth type is GitHub. Then if user has something, do login. Okay, otherwise else register. Okay, inside the register we can add this. Okay, inside the login we just need to add this, because get the user and log into dashboard. So simple as that. Okay, Now if I go to auth redirect, yes, I am able to log in to my dashboard. You can see there are no more entries, only one. So this is how we can add the GitHub authentication. So so inside the inside the welcome controller, I am going to add an option to login with GitHub. So very simple. GitHub login, and actually we don't have the route name specified here. If you want to specify, just add the route name, GitHub login. Okay, just add GitHub login and change the route name. Okay, otherwise you can use the URL like this, or you can change the URL here. Okay, I refresh, I can see the GitHub login here, and I press, it's login automatically, because we already gave the permission to access our data in the first time. That's why it's not prompt the access permission options. So now we are going to add the Google login. Same here, I am going to add the Google login option. And for same, I am copying this route and changing this Google login, because I named the route here. Okay, that's why I changed the route name. And we have to change GitHub to Google. You can name it whatever you want. For simplicity, I am using this. Okay, instead of GitHub, we can use Google. Okay, and symbol, we have to copy and paste both these. So change here Google and Google. The drivers, the function's name should be Google callback and Google redirect, right? Google callback and Google redirect, and the type should be Google. Now we have to go to our service. Instead of GitHub, we have to change to Google. Here also Google and Google. Yeah, what was our redirect? I mean callback link. Auth Google callback. So change Google. That's fine. Now we have to add the Google client ID and Google secret jar variable. So we have to create the Google apps. For that, console.google developer, an API dashboard. Create a new project. Social login. select an organization if you have, and just creating one, selecting one. First you have to set up your OAuth consent screen. Actually I already set up one for me, and if you want you can it will ask to add these details to set up your consent screen. So after that go to credentials and create credentials and OAuth client ID, and application type is web application and social login, and the URI is this one, and redirect URL should be, what was that, callback URL, where is that? Okay, this one. Okay, fine, and create. Okay, this is our client ID and secret. Client ID, secret, that's all. And we can see the Google login because we created the link here in the first step. So click Google login. Yes, choose an email address. Yes, we are successfully able to integrate our Google login, because I'm sorry, I forgot to do one thing. Here in the controller should be Google, and I'm going to delete this entry because it's okay. Now try to log in with Google again and select the email. Fine, should be Google. Log out and log in again. Awesome, I am in. So this is how we can implement our social login into our website very easily. So hope you like this video, and we'll see you in the next one.